G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 303. Let's review this comic using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. If I think the story is garbage, it's a 0. If I think the story is good, it's a 1. If I think the story is amazing, it's a 2. Or you can do 0.5s here and there. Okay, if you've been following along on my other G.I. Joe videos, you know that I really like G.I. Joe. I don't say that I love G.I. Joe because I've only ever seen the cartoon, which I guess is enough, but I've never read any of the comics, and I believe that the original comics by Larry Hama are equally as important, or maybe more, than the cartoon. So, that said, I can't really say that I'm an expert on G.I. Joe. I had a lot of figures as a kid, and I had some vehicles too, but again, not enough for me to firmly say, yes, I'm a G.I. Joe guy. But I really like G.I. Joe. It's cool. So this series, I've not read very many of them. I've been reading it basically from 300 or 301 or whatever it was. I think it was 301. I like 301 and 302 is okay. I did like 303 a bit more than 302, so that's good. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5 out of 2. Basically, Serpentor, who I always say Serpentor, but I realize from the comics it's Serpentor Khan, which is cool. He's mutated his faction of Cobra. Looks like Cobra Commander's doing other things on the side. Now, this is not in continuity with those Skybound comics, I think. Can someone let me know in the comments if they... I'm asking this seriously because I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to read this and Duke and Cobra Commander together, or if Duke and Cobra Commander are outside this continuity, because they're not mentioning Transformers here, so I guess this is on its own. I actually prefer that. This might be controversial, but I don't like mixing Transformers and G.I. Joe. I feel that Transformers, obviously they're very cool. I kind of feel like it overshadows G.I. Joe, and G.I. Joe just becomes sort of like a bunch of guys that are there, and Cobra's just there. I kind of like it on its own. In fact, I've been getting this, I did get issue 301. I've actually been kind of really liking this. It's really growing on me, and I've been thinking about it. I might go back and grab these on physical issues because I actually do think they're pretty neat. So yeah, these other guys show up. Now, I never read, I read maybe the first 15, 20 of the original G.I. Joe. So I don't know, these guys show up. Now, I don't know if that's supposed to be Cobra Law or if that's some other thing. I don't know what that is, so someone can help me out. They're talking to Serpentor, and they're like, we've got these really cool blue ninja. If you got ninja in a comic, that's going to be pretty good. So you got these blue ninja guys that are like upgraded. So he's saying, oh, I can upgrade some of your Vipers or Bats or whatever. Techno Viper gets upgraded. And you're like, okay, that's pretty cool. They're sent out. Spirit, isn't it, man? Friggin' Spirit. I only own one G.I. Joe Classifieds figure, and that's Spirit, just because he's awesome. I always thought Spirit was just cool. So they're sent in as a test mission to, I guess they're attacking Snake Eyes and Scarlet. So Snake Eyes talks. Again, this is showing my ignorance of G.I. Joe comic books. I thought, Snake Eyes had a vow of silence. I suppose that's been changed in the comics. But there's a bloody awesome battle here with these guys. So yeah, man, I'm close to giving it a 2 for the story. I think I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 2 for the story. I'm gonna go back on my original because I was really enthralled in this, to be honest. I'm gonna give the pacing. Geez, man, I'm close. Gosh, do I really want to give this a 2 out of 2? Yeah, I might give it a 2 out of 2 for pacing as well. Yeah. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2 for pacing. I mean, there's action in here. There's great action. I like the story elements too. Oh man, I don't know. This is a really great issue. I really like this a lot. I wasn't bored at all. I kind of read it and I thought, wow, this is really good. I was going to give it 1.5, but I'm going to give it a 2 for pacing. The art, I'm going to give it a 1.5. I'm almost close to giving the art a 2, but I'm going to give it a 1.5. It's good art, and I really like it. It's obviously I'm giving it a 1.5, so I'm saying it's better. I'm not sure if it's I'm getting used to it. It's not what I expect from G.I. Joe. So that just could be a mental block on my part by not giving it a 2, but I can see that I might have a mental block, so I'm going to give it a 1.5 because I do think the art is really good. I think it is kind of suiting the story. It's just I don't know, because my knowledge is so limited on G.I. Joe comic book wise. It just kind of feels like maybe it's not, but it does really look good. So again, stick a pin in that. It could be a 2 out of 2. I'll give it 1.5 for now. I do want to mention my channel sponsor because they've got great art. They look at these. They do these print all over shirts. So this is obviously the first appearance of Dazzler, and it's a 2-sider. They've got tons of these awesome shirts on beardedshirts.com. They are the channel sponsor. So if you decide to join the channel as a Legionnaire, we enter you into a draw to win a shirt from Bearded Shirts. It's great. I buy them myself. I actually purchased a lot from them as well. They have more than shirts. They've got like glasses, pint glasses. They've got like mugs, travel mugs, all that kind of stuff. They have flags and posters. So check out beardedshirts.com. The link is in the description of this video. All right. Characters, I'm going to give it a 1.5 for characters because the characters are awesome here. Serpentor's cool. I didn't get enough with Spirit and Duke, kind of, so I kind of wish they would have done a little bit more with them. But still really like the characters. They're great. For the enjoyment factor, I guess I'm giving it a 2 for enjoyment factor. I'm going to give it 2 out of 2 for enjoyment. I really like this comic. I sound slightly surprised just because I thought, they're coming back to this now in the 300s. Is this still going to have anything to offer? And I think Larry Hama is killing it. Really, 302 was a little bit low on that one. I don't remember what score I gave it. But this one is definitely picked back up. So I think collectively they've been really good. So I'm really excited. I might have to put this on the pull list. I hate adding stuff to the pull list. I try to keep it pretty condensed around here. As you can tell, I have a lot of items and I'm running out of room here. So that's, because I have my notes, I've completely changed everything. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. Great job on getting me pumped for this G.I. Joe. To me, Transformers was always like, hell yeah, Transformers. But now G.I. Joe is really coming back strong. And I think it's great. I think it's great that we're having this good quality. So I'd like to know from the Joe fans. Obviously, anyone who wants to comment, please comment and let me know. If you like my space review system, if you like my style, please like the video, subscribe, all that stuff, but also share the video. I actually want I want the G.I. Joe stuff to get a little bit bigger, not because, obviously I want my videos to play, but I want to know what the G.I. Joe community, I'm not really part of any Facebook groups. I don't know anything. I did have a comment on my Cobra Commander video where I liked Cobra a lot, but I did have someone who did not like Cobra a lot, and I know that's the main thing is people don't like Cobra a lot, and I didn't like it either until I rewatched the cartoon and kind of just, accepted it. But let me know on this comic. Do I need to go back? I guess I really should go back and read these original G.I. Joe comics because it seems like almost everyone I talk to says they're really well done. So, but let me know about this here in the comments. Let me know about this comic, this relaunch, whatever, 301, 302, 303. Let me know what your thoughts are on these. All right, everybody, that's it. Until next time.